All right, greetings, people of Earth, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Music Survival Guide podcast. First off, I hope you are safe and staying healthy during this strange and scary time. This is episode 20. It's been a while since we've had one of these. I've been focusing more on the writing aspect lately. Anyways, what a way to come back. I have on the line today the raddest of the rad, Mr. Eric Dover. Hello, Eric.
Hello, Soda. How are you doing?
I am well, thank you very much. I hope you're staying safe and sane during this weird time of our lives.
Yes, we're just waiting for civilization to open back up.
Yeah, I hear you. Hopefully soon.
Getting a little stir-crazy, but
yeah, I bet.
Things to keep me busy.
So many people know you, Eric, from previous outings, including and not limited to Jellyfish, which honestly is my personal favorite band on the planet. Imperial Drag, Slash's Snake Pit, and even playing guitar for the legendary Alice Cooper and much more. That's a incredible resume. So thanks for taking the time to do this call today. I've drawn up a bunch of questions here that we're going to get through. So I'd love to really kind of travel through the past with you, but I know you're busy, so let's start at the present here, or get started right there. Lickerish Quartet. I mean, holy moly, it's you, Roger, Tim Smith, 75% of the Jellyfish 2.0. How does it feel making music with these guys again after all this time?
Well, the short answer is amazing. We've had a wonderful time reconnecting and writing, this album's worth of material. We're very excited to have fans, young and old, and possibly new ones, just check it out. And, it was, I would say, more than anything, it was great to just reconnect with old friends, and then, of course, our music passion kind of takes over from there. So I'm very happy with the result.
Awesome. Yeah, what I've heard is incredible. So now, I know I said I didn't want to really touch on the past too much. There's just a few things here. But Jellyfish is a band that, for me, has changed my life ever since I was a little kid and continues to be a huge part of it. It also seems, which is kind of weird how music works, that band specifically might be like bigger now than it ever has been. So let me just get this question out of the way. As you guys were starting to kick up the idea for the Lickerish Quartet and whatnot and working together again, did anybody approach Andy about a Jellyfish reunion, or was that on the table, or any interaction with him?
The answer to that is no, basically.
Okay.
Andy works a lot in posts and, writing for different clients. He's kind of more into the behind-the-scenes aspect. I think he's the most comfortable there. So,
gotcha.
That was basically the only reason.
Okay. All right. So, moving right along here, tell us about the name first. I mean, it's not licorice as in the candy, but rather the more kind of like humorous version of the word. When did you guys decide on the name?
That was quite a process. I think I had a list of 500 names, and Tim had a list of so many, and Roger. But Roger thought that came from Roger, and he was like, this could really help, frame the painting, so to speak.
Right.
I think it does it too. It kind of has a way of representing what we're about on some of this music,
Cool. Yeah, I spoke to Roger maybe about 9 months ago, and there hadn't even been a name locked in place yet. So I was curious. I guess that was kind of like one of the last pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah. We just kind of basically liked the aesthetic of it, so we went with it. But that's all I can say on that.
All right, so let's dive into the music. I mean, you guys have a 4-song EP coming out on May 15th called Threesome Volume 1. A lot about the band seems very playful and humorous, from the choice of the words and the promo videos that you guys have made have been awesome and super fun, which clearly, as you said even back in the beginning, you guys are having a really, really good time with this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I don't really, I mean, the music can get quite serious at times.
Right.
And as you know, there's a lot that goes into some of these arrangements.
Yes,
But,
for sure.
the goal is, I mean, I think that, at least now, as things were, we just thought a bit of fun would cheer everyone up.
Yeah, right, especially now. Now, the three of you live a little spread out nowadays, I think, right?
Right. Me and Roger live across town from each other in
Okay.
L.A.
All right. So,
And Tim lives in Atlanta, so
Right.
he has to make trips out here when we
Right.
work together.
I was going to say, how did you guys kind of get this going and record it? Did Tim kind of came to California to do work with you guys? Did you do anything, long distance, or was a lot of it kind of personal and close up?
No, it was very personal and close up. Like, I'm sure that there are people that can work together through file share.
Right.
On that kind of level. I just find it extremely hard because when you get together and work in a room with these guys, and myself included, the situation is very fluid. So to do it through file share is not nearly as fun. So we did all of this stuff in a room together and worked up songs and, had the instant feedback loop happening, which, helps expedite matters, and just, kind of started there. And then we had subsequent sessions where we might add new parts or, just really get down to the fine-tooth comb aspects of, parts of the song that we wanted to make happen, that kind of stuff.
Right, and back to Roger. A few years ago, I think about 5 years ago, actually, I had an in-depth interview with him for Music Survival Guide when I first kind of started doing this sort of thing, and it seemed like this idea was being kicked up even about 5 years ago. Was that about the right time that you guys maybe had an inkling that this would happen? Was it a little earlier? Was it a little later? Does that sound about the right time frame?
Well, 2017 probably is the year that it even became any kind of possibility to me. So, I mean, anything prior to that, if there was something discussed, I didn't know anything about it.
Right. Okay. So let's pick the EP apart a little bit. I've heard it. I absolutely love it. It is incredible. It has so much to offer. You guys are making a lot of people very, very happy. Track one is a song called Fadoodle, which is also another playful word. This song specifically seemed the most like a Dover-centric tune. Is this one penned by you or the band? How are you guys kind of handling songwriting duties this time around?
No, that's another great thing about how how we have managed to come together, the three of us. I mean, it really comes from all of us. So, for example, for Fadoodle, Roger had the music, had this, kind of thing happening, and Tim had a very, as I remember, he had an approach of what he wanted to accomplish with some of the bass parts, which are flipping amazing.
Yeah.
They're like, so it all kind of comes together in the end. But it may be Dover-centric only because I wrote the lyrics, but,
gotcha.
Everything, we all kind of have to approve what's going on. And
That's great, because I know previously, I guess Jellyfish more than anything was a more, streamlined kind of approach to songwriting with just two members as opposed to like a whole band. But ultimately, I mean, you just did the Spilt Milk tour with Jellyfish. I don't know if you ever did any writing with those guys toward the bitter end there, but
no, unfortunately I didn't.
Yeah.
It was the band was already in a state of dysfunction and disrepair.
Yeah.
That
Gotcha.
a little bit late coming into that.
Right, for sure. So now, Bluebird's Blues is the second track, and now, to me, as a listener, this one seemed the most like solo Roger kind of vibe. Anything you can share about that song?
Well, first of all, I love that song and where it comes from. It's also got, it's got some nice musical intricacies that I appreciate. But, it may seem Roger only because, it's mainly his solo vocals. So what we did on this collection of songs, you'll find that, Tim will sing one, or I'll sing one all the way through. So it's not split up like Fadoodle is or Lighthouse Spaceship.
Yeah. No,
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, well, Teenage Fan Club does a lot of that stuff with Norman, Jerry, and Ray, being all kind of like singing together and singing, taking the lead on a bunch of different songs, which I've always thought was really cool about that band. It keeps the listener, everything is always fresh,
Yeah, I love to hear different singers on things,
Yeah, it's cool.
Ahead, so.
Cool. Track 3 now is Magic Number, which is just a beautiful song, a beautiful recording. Now, I know you said that you guys are really kind of handling everything together, but it's just, to me, it was so funny because I was like, oh, this is kind of Eric Moore, this is kind of Roger Moore. This one, to me, seems more like a Tim Smith, Yuma Jets kind of vibe. Tell us about this one. This song is so good.
Yeah, that song is amazing. Good call. I mean, that is a song that Tim had brought to the table.
Nice.
That's the great thing about us being together is that we have these gifts that we bring.
Right.
And what Tim brought on that one was really magical.
Yeah, it seems really interesting because you guys have managed to unify yourselves, but still kind of keep your significant individuality at the same time. So it's just so cool, especially, after all this time. I know you guys have worked together here and there, Imperial Drag, even a little bit on the Yuma Jets stuff. But it's been, it's 2020 now, and for you guys to kind of just get back together and do something like this seems just really, really magical. I'm getting that vibe from you as well, that's, how you feel about it.
Oh, I certainly do. I have nothing but, life is a funny thing where you're, not everything works out or whatever, for whatever reasons. There's different epochs in your life or whatever that don't work out, but this one has been purely a joyful thing because we've just got all this shared history together.
Yeah.
And we still know quite a bit about each other, and I think we're nice to each other, but we're very serious about what we do, and can't say enough good things about it, really.
Cool. Now, track 4, Lighthouse Spaceship. This is the first single, and it is such a beast. It's clocking in at nearly 7 minutes long, and it is certainly an adventure. This seemed like a true amalgamation of all your musical brains combining into like one giant colorful creature. Was that why you guys led with this track? What was the reason behind that? Because, normally a 7-minute song wouldn't be a quote unquote single from a band, but tell me, tell us a little bit of reasoning behind that.
Okay. Well, as I remember, and I could be wrong, because it's been a few years, but I think this was one of the first ones that we worked on.
Wow, okay.
And Roger had this, music idea. But yeah, you're right in the sense that a lot of what we do personality-wise comes through in a very blended, cool way. I totally get that.
Yeah, that song it's just so huge, and it takes you on such a journey throughout the course of it, and the vocals and the music, the production, it's just a big song. Which out of these 4 was the most challenging?
Oh my I can't think of any track on the record that didn't have like, oh well, you got to know how to do this, or like we did try to set our performing standards as high as we could, obviously. But yeah, Lighthouse Spaceship. I think really what I like about that one too is just the atmosphere changes.
Right.
It's beautiful. Like a lot of people go, well, nobody has any attention span left, right? That's not really necessarily true anymore, is it? I mean, we're stuck at home. You've got 6 minutes you can kill.
Yep.
What's the Lighthouse Spaceship? You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll feel a little better.
You will.
Extra pep in your step,
Absolutely. Yeah. All that kind of stuff. Music, art. It's super duper important right now. So now, the word on the street is that this EP will be followed by 2 more as well. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
And over the course of the next few months, we'll be releasing, EP2.
Okay. So
and EP3.
All right. So will it all be in 2020, or will it kind of run over into the next year?
It sort of depends on kind of the feedback we get.
Gotcha.
So far, it's been really good.
Yes.
And I wouldn't mind getting back into a room once all this madness is over and working on more songs as well. I mean, that's what I live to do. So
for sure, that's awesome. Why not a full length though? What was the reasoning behind the 3 EPs?
Just because of the nature of the business now, really. And plus, like I said, these songs will have a little flavor between each EP that's a little bit different, So we just, we felt that it would be a better idea to kind of release it in chunks like this, so people can kind of digest what they're hearing.
Okay.
We will be releasing, I'm sure, the entire record as a full length in the future.
Yeah. Okay. That was going to be another question. That's interesting because, I mean, I don't know if it's too soon for you to kind of predict what would happen in a situation like that, but do you think you would kind of just throw all EPs onto one thing, or would you leave something off and like maybe put a surprise new song in there, or is it too soon to say?
That's way too soon.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we'll be. I'm sure that the logical mindset will be that once these are out, we will probably at some point release a full length packaging. Is basically it.
Cool.
But it is. That's definitely going to happen. But
when to say just remains to be unseen right now. So.
Yeah, it's a little bit early. I mean, the record's been out, or the single's been out only a few weeks, and we're like absolutely astounded by the reception of it. And of course, I want to thank every fan that's ever listened to what we've done or been a part of. I mean, but yeah, we'll get to that bridge and cross it.
Cool. Now, any chance you guys will do a few shows on the heels of these releases, like some major cities or like a big old party in California or something? What's the deal with that?
Well, that is semi-open for debate, but the mindset of what we're doing right now really is not one of a touring situation.
Okay.
Only because we all have other obligations. I have a sexist record I'm working on to get
nice.
out. Tim's doing other stuff.
Cool.
So we're just trying to release music to people that kind of dig this, the stuff we've done. Hopefully get, some new listeners as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I mean, you just mentioned it. I wanted to ask you about Sextus, which is for those of you that are listening that might not know, this is Eric's kind of solo, glammy, glitter pop, experimental kind of thing, which is super badass. What's the status on that? It sounds like there's something coming in the near future, I guess.
Yeah, there's 6 new songs, and more of a continuation of previous efforts,
right.
and hopefully it'll be something people dig. But really, the Lickerish Quartet is a very, like, it's starting to gain steam, and I'm very happy to be working with that right now as well. So there's always things as a recording musician that you have to prioritize, and so this is one of those instances where I am catching up, and I'm mostly done with, I'd say about 50% done, really.
Nice.
So
cool.
There's that.
That's awesome. And your voice is still so insane and powerful. I mean, how do you maintain that? Do you have any tips, or is it just like a natural thing for you?
Well, thank you.
Sure. It's awesome. Incredible. I mean, from Slash's Snake Pit through Imperial Drag, Sextus, I mean, it's just so strong. I mean, you sing from your toes, it's so cool.
Well, thank you. I try to sing every note the best I can. I mean, I don't really have any tips. The only tip I've ever recommended to anyone that wants to sing is repetition.
For sure.
Like, so much of it that you don't, you'll have food poisoning and you'll be on stage, but you still have to deliver a show kind of thing, but that would be it. And of course, be good to yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I mean, I didn't want to get too much into previous stuff. I know we talked about the Lickerish Quartet a lot, and you guys have an incredible response and a lot of great stuff, it looks like, coming forward. But was there a time that, be it that Omnivore Records has been putting out a lot of like the Jellyfish stuff, and I think they're going to do like a Jason Faulkner thing soon. Was there, I think Roger mentioned at one point that there might have been like a repackaging of Imperial Drag and like all those B-sides and vinyl and all that kind of cool stuff. Is that still an option, a thing that might happen?
That has been discussed, and we're just at a little bit of a thing where we have to work out with Sony.
Okay.
To be able to possibly do a remix, because we were going to actually try to release it with some updated mastering and whatnot, but it's really far on the back burner. I wish it were a little further along, but I'll look into that.
Cool, great. And with Imperial Drag, I mean, you're still friendly with Eric and Joe, right? You guys did a little work together on the Sextus stuff at one point.
That's correct. And as you know, Joe plays with Fritz and the Tantrums.
Right.
And SCOTUS is on my new EP.
Cool.
So, yeah, I keep in touch with both of them as I can.
Awesome. All right, so, I mean, anything else you want to tell us about the Lickerish Quartet, something that we left out in our time together here? I mean, there's a lot of great stuff coming out in the Eric Dover world, which seems really neat. So what else? What do we leave out?
Well, you just might want to mention that we're all three left-handed, and I have no idea what that means, but it must be something special.
That's cool. I was in a band once, and we were all Geminis, so if you can even imagine that.
Wow, how'd you get any rehearsal done?
It was fun. It was wild. It was really cool. There was 3 of us, so it was like there was 6 of us. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, that's really wild. Even the front line of when I was in Alice Cooper were all left-handed.
Wow.
Like 4 of us: Chuck Derrick, Ryan Roxy.
That's crazy. You left-handed folks are kind of rare. That's pretty cool to have so much left-handed company.
Yeah, right? Yeah, well, my sister's left-handed, too.
All right. Well.
My younger brother's the only guy in the family that's right-handed.
Cool. left hand. I'm dominantly right-handed, so, but cool. Well, this has been amazing, Eric. It was so cool to talk to you. For me, especially, because since I've been a little kid, I've been following the work that you guys have done. Post Jellyfish and kept up with everything. And I mean, this phone call for me was incredible, and I know the people that are going to hear this are going to appreciate it and be grateful to hear from you as well. So I can't thank you enough, really. You've been a huge positive influence on my life and so many other people, so thank you for that.
Well, thank you, Soda. That means the most to me as a musician and songwriter, and I want to thank everyone, again, that's listened to us through the years, and we look forward to getting more music out soon. So thanks again, everyone.
Cool. Yeah, thank you so much, Eric. Lickerish Quartet Threesome Volume 1 comes out on May 15th. It looks like there's going to be a lot going on over the next month for these guys, so keep your eyes and ears peeled. I'm going to get this out to the people a little bit before the release and probably review the EP, so you'll check out some stuff on Music Survival Guide too. And once again, Eric, thank you so very much. I hope that our paths meet one day in the flesh. Other than that, we'll keep doing this digital stuff as far as we can take it.
Yeah, sure thing, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the nice interview, and best of luck to you and yours during all this lockdown stuff.
Yeah, Eric, thanks so much. Stay safe, stay sane, and give the guys my best, and I will be in touch very soon, all right?
All right, so that sounds good, man.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Eric. Take it easy.
Okay, bye.
Right, bye-bye.